Is the Rian Johnson trilogy now confirmed to be moving forward? Well, there's some new information out there. We are breaking it all down. This is the Nerdy News Rundown. Let's get you filled in. Guys, it's Friday, and as tradition dictates here on the Den of Nerds, every Friday we pull a random winner, someone who shared one of the Nerdy News Rundowns, to receive one of these mugs. This week's winner was Jay Porter. Thanks so much for sharing, Jay, on Facebook. Hit us up, and I will ship you out one of these mugs. All right, so let's get right into this. This is a story I wanted to cover on the news today, selfishly chose to do so, and that's because I want to clear a few things up. You might recall even this channel covered the story of the Rian Johnson trilogy likely being canceled by Lucasfilm and Disney. There was some evidence out there. A guy working in production basically was asked about some projects that were being put on hold, talking about new galaxies. Some people said, okay, that probably means it's the Rian Johnson trilogy. It's on hold. We haven't heard a lot from Lucasfilm about the Rian Johnson trilogy, and the man himself has not been very vocal online. That was until yesterday. A fan tweeted at Rian Johnson asking him if he was still working on his Star Wars trilogy, and he simply replied with the word yup and a fist pound emoji. And so journalists all over the world took to the internet to explain that the Rian Johnson trilogy is completely confirmed. I saw headlines like, "Sorry haters, Rian Johnson trilogy still on. Mike Zero is a liar. The Rian Johnson trilogy is still on. It's totally confirmed. The haters have no effect whatsoever. The Rian Johnson trilogy's coming." Woo! But hold on to your pants, internet. I don't think that's necessarily the case. But wait, Josh, are you calling Rian Johnson a liar? No, I'm actually not at all. Here's the thing. That trilogy was supposedly greenlit before The Last Jedi ever came out. And so Rian Johnson and his partner Ram are probably working on that trilogy under the idea that it was greenlit and it will still happen. And so Rian literally throwing a few ideas around, you know, maybe making some concept art sketches and different things like that, that would be technically considered work for his Star Wars trilogy. However, that does not mean that that trilogy will still see the light of day. We have not heard anything from Lucasfilm, anybody higher up, about where that trilogy is going to fall in their slate of films, if they are actually going to move forward with it, and why. And I just felt the need to be really honest about this because, guys, look, one tweet by Rian Johnson saying that he is still working on his trilogy is not enough for the whole freaking internet to come out and say, hey, it's confirmed, it's happening. There's really nothing that the haters are doing that's having any kind of an effect on Lucasfilm. And I just want to be objective here and try to bring you as much truth as possible. Let me just throw this statement at you. Let's just say you're a board member for Disney, okay? And I throw this idea at you. The man who wrote and directed the most controversial Star Wars film of all time is going to do a trilogy of films which we will pay oodles of money for and promote behind his name. Yeah, that's reality. I'm not, like, even people that love The Last Jedi have to recognize it's the most controversial film in the Star Wars franchise of all time. That's called reality. And so, again, from a business perspective, I do not see how Lucasfilm moves ahead with this project. Now, I actually had a talk with James Razile about this. He is my guest on Nerds Talk Star Wars. We get into it very in-depth, so go check that out this Sunday on the channel. But for this video and for the news, I wanted to make it very clear that there are things being shifted around at Lucasfilm. There is a lot that is being considered, including the fan reaction to The Last Jedi. I can't believe that's a crazy thing to say. I'm not sitting here saying they're going to fire Kathy Kennedy. I'm not sitting here saying they're going to for sure cancel the trilogy, but there are decisions being made. There are things happening over there because of what happened with The Last Jedi. And so it could be true that Rian is still working on his Star Wars trilogy. And it could be true that that trilogy will never see the light of day. It could be true that it is going to see the light of day, but with his name off of it and totally new creators, and he'll just be a producer on it. So there's any number of scenarios that could be taking place. But here's the thing, there's actually way more evidence, in my opinion, that suggests that this trilogy will not actually happen than a single tweet by Rian Johnson saying, yep. I honestly can't believe this is where we are at in journalism and with the state of the internet, but that's just where we're at. And so what exactly am I doing on this show? What kind of a news show is this exactly? Well, I feel a responsibility to bring this thing called Logos into the fucking conversation. It's called logic. Let's just think about this logically. It is still possible that the trilogy is canceled or will be canceled, and Rian could still be working on it right up until that decision is made. And so the truth is, as far as what's going on with Rian's trilogy, we really don't know. There's evidence to suggest it's moving forward. There's evidence to suggest that it is not. Until we get an official statement, all we can do is speculate. But honestly, guys, there's more to speculate about it being off the table than there is on, even with the tweet by Rian Johnson. And so that is the news out there. You are going to see this all over the internet. Confirmed Rian Johnson trilogy. Sorry, haters. Rian Johnson trilogy is moving forward. I am here to tell you, we do not know. That's the real story. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. I'm curious, guys. Like I said, we did the poll. I was blown away at how many people really do want the Rian Johnson trilogy. Totally get that. I like The Last Jedi. I think the trilogy could be dope, but I have to just be real with you guys. Like, the facts do not look good for that trilogy. But let us know what you think about all of this in the comment section below. That's gonna do it for today's show. It's Friday. You made it through the work week. Thank you so much for all the support everyone's been showing to this show and the channel in general. All of you are amazing. Love all of your beautiful nerdy faces. As I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and nerdy day, and I will see you in the next video.